I'm going to be 24 hours without my phone, without music, TV, Netflix, my computer, anything. I can only read and walk and journal. And we're going to see if I can reset my dopamine receptors.
Hi, my name is Claire and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, I'm an Irish YouTuber living in Ireland, and if you do know me, thanks for coming back. So I came across this video on YouTube, recommended to me obviously. I've talked on this channel before about my difficulties sleeping, and I've tested products in the hope that I will sleep easier. I tried melatonin for a week.
It turns out that you can fix the tiredness all you want, but there's no cure for laziness.
But I know that part of the reason that I don't sleep is because I'm using screens and stuff like that too late, but I can't give them up. And so I came across this video. It was recommended to me on YouTube. It was about a dopamine detox, and it detailed how to do a dopamine detox. Also detailed what a dopamine detox is.
For one whole day, you will try to have as little fun as possible. You won't be using the internet or any technology like your phone or computer. You're not allowed to listen to music, you're not allowed to masturbate or eat any junk food.
What struck me was a couple of the things that created dopamine were all things that I use my phone for. And I realised that's why I'm so addicted to my phone. It's why I'm so addicted to social media, to just scrolling for no reason. It's dopamine. So I decided to do dopamine detox. And around the same time, a place called Creacon, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, wellness retreat reached out to me and offered me a 2-day wellness retreat. So I figured, what better time to do a dopamine detox than when you're at a wellness retreat with yoga and meditation. And so for 24 hours, I would go completely without any type of dopamine creator. Not just the phone though. I'll be without all of this list of things. So not going to do anything on this list here for 24 hours. Previously, I did an ADHD test on this channel.
That's the entire test. Lads, do I have ADHD?
It basically told me that I had ADHD, but I have been increasingly concerned or increasingly affected by the symptoms of ADHD over the last couple of months. Coupled with my sleeping problems, I just feel like a totally unproductive mess all the time. I was like, maybe, will it help me with that? Will it help me to focus? Will it help me to sleep? Let's try it.
I'm just grabbing a quick cup of tea before I leave. I'm going to a wellness retreat to do a dopamine detox. A hardcore 24-hour dopamine detox.
And so I went down to Wexford to the wellness retreat.
You have arrived.
And handed in my phone. Well, I actually started out not handing in my phone. I tried to just have the phone in the room and ignore it.
So it's 9 o'clock. I am incommunicado now officially. I turned off the data and the Wi-Fi on my phone.
And so that didn't go great. So I had to hand it in and literally get it taken off me.
So it is 10 o'clock. I got up at 20 past 9 and I had already checked my phone by 20 to 10.
Among the things I learned during this whole process, one of the things I'm most addicted to my phone is WhatsApp. My fast was supposed to go from 9 p.m. to 9 p.m. the next day. And I broke that once at 9 a.m. and it was to check WhatsApp.
Kangen ionized water restores alkalinity, hydrates and helps to prevent cell damage that leads to disease and aging. So she's explained to me all the benefits of this water, so I'm going to have some of it. One thing she said that struck me was she's like, if I was angry or anything and I have some of this water, drink a pint of water, and then it goes away. As I can't stop thinking about that text I got this morning that really annoyed me, I'm actually going to give my phone in at reception so that I cannot check my phone, and then I'm also going to have a pint of Kangen water.
Part of the reason was that my sports team was playing that night and Alex needed help organising it, but I shouldn't have checked it. I should have just been like, no, I said I was offline for 24 hours. And then once I checked it, I sent loads of WhatsApps that were unrelated to the one thing I checked it for before I came back offline. So I figured that actually the one thing I'm most addicted to on the phone is WhatsApp.
I handed the phone in to the receptionist and she put it in the safe. I was like, look, it's on Do Not Disturb, so if my dad or my husband, I nearly said boyfriend, my dad or my husband ring me, it'll ring because it's an emergency, whatever. And then she was like, do they know the number of the retreat? And I was like, no, I didn't think to give them that. I actually realised Alex doesn't even know where I am. I forgot to tell him. I was like, bye, I'm off for 2 days. And I don't think he even knows I'm in Wexford. I said, I'm off for 2 days and I'm not going to use my phone for 24 hours. That's what I said to him. Yeah, I really need to start telling Alex where I'm going, just in case something happens. Like, what if I was in a car accident on my way home, Alex doesn't know where I am?
Another thing I learned is that the reason that I don't sleep is because I'm scrolling my phone. When I didn't have my phone, not only did I read almost an entire book before bed.
I got this much of my book read last night. Then I was wrecked. I went to sleep really quickly.
I'm pretty sure that I was asleep before 12. I say that I was pretty sure because this is another thing that I learned, is that I have no idea what time it is unless I have my phone. So I need to actually start wearing a watch. And I think if I start wearing a watch and checking the watch instead of my phone, I will get less distracted, because every time I check my phone to check the time, I see all my notifications.
I keep reaching for my phone to check the time, and I'd given it to the receptionist, and then I was like, I had no idea what time it was.
That's another thing I learned about myself. I am really tethered in time. I felt so lost without any idea of what time it was. Really weird. I didn't know I was so dependent on, like, what time is it? And so back to my original point, I also learned that my sleep isn't that bad without the phone. It didn't take me that long. I'd say I had my head down for 5 minutes. Whereas normally, I'll scroll until I'm like absolutely wrecked at 1 a.m. and then I'll put the phone down and lie there, buzzing off all the dopamine. I don't think that I'm actually an insomniac. I think it's my phone giving me insomnia, or me exhibiting symptoms of insomnia as a result of my phone usage, whatever way you'd like to put it. So that's a big eye-opener. And so I feel if I could institute a time after which I don't go on my phone, that would be great. Don't know if it's possible, but if it was possible, maybe I'd change my life. During the free time at the retreat, when I didn't have my phone, I was very bored. I did enjoy reading. I actually don't enjoy reading as much as I enjoy listening/watching to video podcasts. And that was a bit of an eye-opener, because I always thought I just didn't read because I didn't have time to read. I mean, it's fine, but audiobooks, way better. Speaking of which, I actually have an Audible affiliate code. It's not a sponsorship, it's just an affiliate code, but I do get a kickback if you sign up via my link. So find my link down in the description for a 30-day free trial of Audible and 1 free audiobook. Because genuinely, in my opinion, books, audiobooks. So overall, the experience was eye-opening in terms of it really did show me that actually I'm not an insomniac, it's my phone. And so if I could just learn to separate myself a little bit from the phone and from checking Instagram and from checking WhatsApp, I could potentially be a lot more productive. In the video, they talked about 2 different types of dopamine detox. They talked about a severe sort of hardcore 24-hour dopamine detox, which is intended to reset your dopamine receptors, which is what I did. They also talked about one where you could have a day a week where you make a concentrated effort to do less things that create that dopamine rush. And after this experiment, I think I would be very into trying the weekly one where you make a committed effort every week to have a day or even a period of time, even an evening, with less dopamine-inducing activities. However, I do think the 24-hour is very helpful. And I don't know if it's fully reset my dopamine receptors because I'm obviously just back to normal this week. But I do think it was very eye-opening, very enlightening. It showed me where my problems are coming from, what I'm most addicted to, what's giving me the most dopamine and what I need to cut back on. And so it was incredibly helpful as an experiment. I will say I did learn that I would not be able to do this experiment if I had been at home.
I think if I was at home, I would find this almost impossible. Like, because I'm here and there's like meditations on and stuff like that, and I'm in the zone, it's a little bit easier to not check my notifications. It'll be tough. It'll be tough at home now to do this and to not watch TV and have everything available to you. It'll be tough.
I just feel that there'd be too many distractions at home. So that's why it was absolutely brilliant to be at the wellness retreat and be able to fully commit to this challenge. So I want to say thank you to the wellness retreat for inviting me down. Their link is down in the description if you want to go check them out. They're in Wexford in Ireland. and it was absolutely brilliant. I am going to have a more in-depth video about it, hopefully soon on my second channel. So when that's up, I'll put the link down in the description as well, and they'll be up here in the corner somewhere. Thank you so much for watching. If you're in a position to, please consider becoming a patron of the channel. It's how I keep the lights on and be able to continue making content. The link is down in the description. You'll also get exclusive Patreon only content, discounts on merch, blogs, monthly live streams over there. If you're not in a position to support me on Patreon, I do have a Ko-fi where you could buy me a pint. It'd be much appreciated. Or you could just subscribe and like the video, because that's free and really helps me out. If you liked this video, you might like this video or the test tube series where I try things out for a period of time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Slán slán.